Don't know. I don't know a lot, to be honest with you.
It might melt on.
Don't know a lot. I don't know a lot.
Yeah, you don't want fingerprints on it either. You should have white gloves.
I'm gonna get you puppy for a second if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a pair of gloves.
Yeah, okay, this is the third one. Boy, gave me that one.
Well, you take whatever you get there, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna take, what I need to do, Jim, is I need to find the length of what's going on there.
Oh, well, these are too small.
Oh! Poop. I gotta turn that off. No, I didn't even do it right yet. Damn it.
What'd you do?
Well, I didn't cut the hole in the pipe yet underneath.
Wow. If that is what it sounds like.
What?
You mean the heat's not coming out through your apparatus?
Right.
Because you didn't cut the bottom. Oh, that's the most important hole there is. Look at the blue.
Yeah, well, I didn't let the heat out. The heat's, it's still in there, right? I gotta
Oh my God, we're gonna need insulator gloves to handle that. Oh,
That's not hot there, so.
no, you're right.
Let's take her up. Just go up straight.
Well, no, oh my God.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, it's called,
That should have all been cut out long ago. Like that could have been the very first hole.
yeah, well, it could have been, but it wasn't.
What do you do? Where you got three things, what do you do? Cut a hole here, here, and here?
No, I'm just gonna cut all of it.
Do you think, okay, yeah, I don't think it matters.
Damn it. Anyways, that's actually
Good
wrong.
thing you realized that, because it would not have worked.
Well, I noticed when they had 3 spots under there.
Your box is getting hot and your top is getting cold.
Now I have to beat it.
You don't want to flip it over? We're not in a hurry, so just cut it off.
I put in. Let's see it work.
Over on the car, right there, back over.
This way. There you go. Add a lot more here.
Yeah, it's still stuck right there. Just a little added. Yeah. Maybe hit the screwdriver.
I'll knock it some more off here.
Looks pretty good.
On the other side, I guess.
Tendency, if you grab it, is you're not to touch it.
Hot there on the end. Getting warm, so you know the heat's gonna go through that pipe.
Flush that over.
Don't think it's gonna hurt anything, is it?
I don't think that you've got no fan.
Just watch yourself for a second.
Okay.
Here, go in here first, like that.
Well,
There.
you turned it off.
I did. Now we're gonna go back on again and turn it on now.
Do you want to look to adjust it, or?
Oh, shit.
Because the other time you did.
I did, I know. Just wanted to get the side of it and rip back the foil. I'm in a hurry here for some reason.
No, there's no hurry needed necessary. No hurry needed. The hurry has already been taking place. It's like you have little angels at night working for you.
Oh, yeah. You got that right. Turn on. Come on, Dad. What am I usually doing?
You got the center one going. The flame is too far away from itself.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
So when it gets up to temperature, you guess to take a peek?
I'm gonna just put on the old timer. On my every time it is now.
What time, how long do you think it'll take?
I'm gonna try for 2 hours.
2 hours or 2 minutes?
2 hours.
2 hours, oh my God. Jeez. Might melt the plastic right down around the whole thing in that amount of time. Oh yeah, oh geez. I put the first scratch in the tin foil. We get some tape to do that.
I got some tape.
2 hours.
Ah!
I
Okay.
suppose it does have quite a job to do, doesn't it?
Well,
You know, like
I
by the
don't
time
want-
the whole room, that whole room in there is up to 250 or something, then it has to, well, you wouldn't think it would take 2 hours.
well, what's gonna happen is that it'll probably get, in a sec, the window will take shape probably fairly quick. But I want, when I take it out, I don't want the window to go all funny. You know what I mean? I don't want it to melt and stay there.
Yes.
The plexiglass will go.
You want all the glass to be in that shape.
I want
Not
this-
just the outer edge, and then have it, want to come back to its original
Right,
form.
I want to cook it so it stays in a
These.
state. Yeah, we'll do that here in a second. Want to peel this off? Are they both peeled off? Let's peel both of them off.
Is there 2 plastics there?
Excuse me?
No, here. 1 plastic. Yeah, there is, you see. Yeah, he's gonna put the glass companies right out of business. They'll probably, have lots plenty to say. Whoa, that looks better.
Clear.
Little like the underground.
Alrighty. Now, I'm going to put this piece back in. Did not put anything on top of it because I just don't want it kept on fire, and I feel like this buck is good enough. There you go. I should have my gloves on.
Yep. Yeah, just so down.
I just don't want legs break off. That's all.
Nope, I'm good.
They're pretty shy.
Yeah. Well, they're not meant to have too much, demolition
Oh,
going on around them.
dang.
How come you got such tight gloves?
Beggars can't be choosers, and
Whenever I buy a box, I always buy the extra large, so they go on easy. When I first put them on, I cut the circulation off.
all right, what I want to do, Jimbo, is try not to scratch the outside edge.
Yeah.
And
Like I did there a minute ago.
you can go over it.
Well, I'm too close.
Let's try that.
I'm about 6 inches. We're a little closer over here than over there. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna rub that off.
Yeah. I don't know. We're making up the rules as we go, because there's none to follow, is there?
You get that right.
It's raining out.
Any dirt on there?
That's pretty good. Electricity dirt sometimes is good. Although the heat in here, once that gets warm, you should almost get that warm and wipe it off in case it wants the heat to get any electricity out of it, because electricity will keep the dust on there.
Yep.
The Ferrari, when I painted it, when I sanded it on the final end, when I wiped it down, the dust was going in the air and beeline, right straight back towards the car. I had to put a ground strap down to the ground.
There you go. Yep. And what I want to do, Jim, what is second before we go over here? Dirt on that. All right, what I want to do is,
Don't drop it.
you know, I want to make sure that your end, I want to start like this. Can you match your end up for me?
Oh, geez,
Does it
how
go
do
the
you
other-
measure that?
That's what I'm saying, like, it go that way? Yeah, it goes that way, don't it?
Yep.
You just go right down to the end, we'll go.
Okay, I'll put my fingers right on the edge.
Yep, got it?
Yes, right. right there appears
Let
to
her
be
down.
right.
Okay, we'll just let her down then.
You should have put a little mark on it for center, and a little mark here for center, to dictate where the center
What's
is.
the glass one? That's that one, is
Know what I mean? Like a little mark to indicate the center.
it? Yeah, I thought of that, but I still didn't know.
Still can. Measuring tape. And I got here. Okay, here we got roughly 1.5 inches. Right here. How much do you have on the other side?
Roughly the same.
Okay, because if you have the metal to the edge of the box, the same on both, and the measurement here the same,
Just a minute.
it should be lined up.
I want to. Yeah, let's just leave
No,
it
it
like that.
looks good.
Here, want to take into this? Jimbo? Want to grab this? Just come around. Actually, I'll pick it up past you.
Okay.
It's not that heavy. Can't just that handle there.
Oh. Oh, it's kind of like Frankenstein. Or like Count Dracula in his casket, sleeps.
We've got.
Comes to life after a while.
What time is it, you know?
In my clock. Yeah.
11:19. So
11:19.
11:19. Man, I'm sweating.
You should be able to calm down now because now you got 2 hours to twiddle your thumbs. Knowing you'll find something productive to do.
No,
The rest of the world would be twiddling.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'd be twiddling my thumbs. Matter of fact, I'd be nervous as hell.
Would you? I'll be able to look in. Yeah, first piece of glass. Don't know if it's gonna work or not, I have no idea. But for 2 hours with that heat on there like that, it should be like 250.
I don't know how you come up with the word 2 hours.
Why not?
I would say 15, no, probably, if you look at it in half an hour's time, and it's not even drooping yet, you might almost have to turn the heat up.
Maybe I will. See what happens.
You know, since, like, you're not going by any instructions, so basically we're writing the instructions as we go.
Let's be there. I'm hoping without the sheet, I tried to put the sheet on it, but it had a bunch of hair on it. Try to get that hair off that sheet.
I did, I just moved from there, oh, it hurt down through both legs.
Yeah,
Did you didn't feel anything?
I didn't feel like there was a lot of hair on that sheet, and I couldn't get that sheet, and I was afraid to catch on fire. You know, that's. Anyways, I'm gonna go with what I got. The metal should hold the metal should hold the heat that the buck should keep it hot anyway, should it not? Once that gets warm, the plastic should stay to it pretty well, shouldn't it?
I can't see it sliding off.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too, but what I'm also thinking is that with the heat that I got in there, even though it might not be the right heat, once that buck's heated up, that plastic, that's gonna form down anyways, is it not? That plexiglass, do you think?
Yes,
Yeah, I think so
Yes.
too. I can feel the heat though.
I don't see where it's not gonna work.
Me neither. Jimbo, me neither.
It's just a question of how long it takes.
2 hours.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I don't know how you come up with that actual fact.
Well, there was
Is that a fact or just an idea or
It's an-
experienced, an
Well,
educated
It's
guess?
It's an educated guess. Guy made a window for a boat. And he said $250 for 2 hours. And
Okay.
I'm just going with
In a
what he
cabinet
said.
like this,
No, I have no idea.
because that would quicken it up, I think. Like like, that would make
I
it
just don't
twice
want,
as
I
fast.
just don't want the window, once it lays, to come back up and go to shape, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah,
I want it to
return
stack.
to its original form.
Yeah, I want it to
Because
stack.
the molecules in the middle are still straight, and, yeah, you,
I want to peak already.
well, it looks like, well, it's not Pandora's box, but it definitely looks like a treasure chest.
Just don't bump it.
Yeah.
The window fall over. I hope we got, we'll see what happens. I got the whole sheet of plexiglass to, I got another window to cut if I want to.
Well,
Do you know how, I cut it with the air in the jigsaw. Just put the air on the jigsaw, just the air in the jigsaw, because it melts back together. You ever try to cut that stuff?
oh, yeah, I've cut thinner stuff, like for Skidoo windshields.
Okay. It melts back together.
Yeah.
So I just use air hose and
Oh,
jigsaw.
okay, yeah, I've used bandsaw, which is the exact same thing, it just takes out the up and downness.
Okay.
Because bandsaw is all one direction, so it's easier on the cut, because the jigsaw catches, you have to have an extra fine tooth on it, or else it catches and lifts up and down.
I have, that'd be a nice tool to get as a bandsaw. Be a nice tool to get as a bandsaw.
Well, I got a couple of them.
Have you?
Well, one's over at Dad's, I haven't brought it home yet, and I have a bandsaw in my living room.
In your living room?
Well, living room to be.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a living room, I've been too busy in the garage.
Alright.
But bandsaws are a deluxe form of a jigsaw because they don't go back. It's all one end movement, all down, which makes it friendly on the cut. When jigsaws, that up and down really disturbs some cuts. You know, like in some places you have to use a bandsaw because a two-directional cut jumps it around too much. I'm surprised you even was able to cut it actually with a jigsaw without it shattering.
Oh, worked good.
But you must have had a pretty fine blade on it.
Oh yeah, we're.
Yeah, you didn't put any windows. No windows. The suspense is killing me. Well, yeah,
We can pick it up and take a look. You want to take a look?
I don't think it's gonna tell us anything yet.
Don't think you drooped at all?
No.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
yeah, it's kind of like things in motion want to stay in motion and things in still want to stay still. So we gotta change the whole world for that poor thing in there to make it do what we want it to do.
Man, I'm hoping it works. And then it's off to wrapping it. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you use? Just soap and water to kind of squish it out?
I guess, yeah.
You know, put it on like
Yeah.
Trimline does stickers.
That's all basically
Soap
it
and
is.
water, like a squeegee, and carefully.
Yeah.
And don't miss a spot because it'll stick.
It's warm at the end.
I know that black tint window stuff, if you miss one little tiny speck on the soap happened to dry off and
Yeah.
it stuck, it would stretch. By the time you got it unstuck, you ruined the piece. It would stretch and then it wouldn't go back in level again. So make sure when you wrap it that it doesn't stick anywhere because it'll wreck it. By the time you unstick it, it'll stretch it and go like
Well, that's
wobbly.
that stuff that we've been investigating is what? What did it say?
Because the stick power is probably phenomenal, you know, without the soap. So make sure you have lots of soap and water on it, because if it happens to stick anywhere, that's the end of it, because it will stretch by the time you unstick it.
Another thing about plexiglass, if I have any problems, I can polish it, can I not?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, any kind of rubbing compound in one of those Walmart rags,
That's nice to know.
yeah. The same as plastic glass over the new cars. The
Right.
same idea, you can polish that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm, well,
But I don't know if you want the polish on there before you put your wrap.
Well, you would wash it off.
Wash it off soap and water.
Wash it off after you polish
Yeah,
it.
because polish and wax are not the same thing. Like wax puts coating, polish cleans. Polish isn't necessarily always wax. Like if, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they do, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, it depends. So you got a whole 2 hours, like an hour and 49 minutes now. Before you-
The ends are warm. Like the ends are warm, like it wasn't warm before, like where I cut that pipe and left the ends open. The ends are warm.
You didn't need the best quality plywood, like look how smooth that plywood is. Isn't there a rougher grade that you could buy?
Well, I tried,
You know, because back years ago, that would be class 1 plywood.
I tried.
And the rough stuff would have like holes and.
One side is that way. But I tried to buy some cheaper
Yeah.
stuff, but they didn't have it. They only had one sheet left, it was broken in half.
Quartering the market.
Probably should knock the dirt off the top of that thing there. What, you got paint in or something?
No, it's my ash.
Something here?
No.
You guys certainly are entertaining people anyway.
Entertaining.
You should have gave the box a custom quick paint job.
Well, if we have to do another one, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
If I have to do another one. But I should have thought, should have maybe cleaned the top of that thing off when we put the top on. Probably should have wiped over, see if there's any dust that fell on top of the window.
Oh.
But we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that, yeah, it's gonna
It
go.
looked clean, but yes. Actually, that tinfoil wrap, I don't think it collects dust. It almost like has an anti-dust quality about it.
Warm. I'll say that. It's warm. Warm.
Like if you take the valve cover off an engine and you're there adjusting the valves, while you're doing it, you're trying to keep it as clean as possible. If you look, there'll be dust floating around, all in the air, like sucking right into all that oil-covered valve, you know, like your area. And you almost have to get gasoline and spray it and blow it off because the dust is so bad. Yet, before you took that valve cover off, there's not a smidgen of dust to be seen. But as soon as you take that cover off, there's all the dust just floating. You even shake your head and it'll just cover it with dust, like it.
That's called damage, Jim.
Well, what I'm saying is, the dust hides until it gets the signal to come out.
Is that true?
Like you could have wiped everything off perfectly and the dust hides, and then
Yeah.
as soon as you cover it up, that's the dust all comes out.
You know that with a paint job.
Yeah.
You know that with a paint job. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
you know, this is excitement that I wasn't exactly expecting to be involved in when I woke up
Well,
this
thank
morning.
you for helping.
I'm trying to-
Jim, give me a little piece of advice today.
Well, I'm trying to clean up my garage, and I'll tell you, cleaning, I got my tools put away, but I got a lot of junk and things to move around before I get that car out. And move my other car in and that other car out for my winter, because I got
Jolene, that was the best phone call you ever could have made. Appreciate it, thank you. Thank you, Jim.
well, I don't know if I am responsible for what I say. It seemed the words come from the universe, and they just have
I
a
took
bent.
it.
They
How's
come out
that?
of my mouth.
I took
It's
it.
not my intelligence that brings it up. It's kind of like external. It just comes in. I'm just the mouthpiece for the universe, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to say too much because there will be other viewpoints that'll conflict with what I'm saying. So if I keep quiet, then everything's free to say anything it wants. But if I say something, then other people are going to have other viewpoints. I guess that's kind of what makes it all goes around. You voice your opinion, other people voice theirs.
Yeah.
You know, it's all kind of like free game when it comes to a person's personal viewpoints, you know, it kind of like open season, it's never out of season, it's when a person
Someone's opinion?
well, it's when someone says it's out of season is when the problems begin, because I think a personal viewpoint is open season. You can't put a governor on it.
So true.
Well, I'm not sure if I can stick around for 2 hours, waiting, pacing. I'm already ready, I think it's been 2 hours.
How long's it been? Do we know at all? No, 10 minutes? Yeah, it's been 33, it's been 13 minutes. There's a long ways to go. Are you able to cut it and then come back?
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could probably cut it and then
Oh,
could you cut
commercial
it?
break.
Commercial break. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't watch this 2 hours, I mean, wandering around for 2 hours.
And
See
you're
what's
gonna
gonna
run
happen.
out of things to talk about.
Shh, that, I hardly find that, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Remember, it's open season.
Yeah.
Warm.
If you think things can get crazy, just go with that and
Warm.
warm.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm
Well,
just laying my hand on the side of it. The window would probably hold a lot of the heat down up here. but
oh,
not.
temperature gauge. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
What's it say?
I don't think it works, to be honest with you.
Oh,
It says nothing. It says 800. Yeah, see, it's way over here at 800, should be
oh.
here somewhere.
All that work putting it in, it doesn't even work.
Oh, it's just a hole.
Do you have another one?
I did, but I'm just gonna say frigate.
Oh.
Frigate.
Well,
Frigate.
that's a shame.
It is a shame.
It should work. It's certainly not 800 degrees in there.
Well, I hope not. If not, we've got
We
melted,
calibrated things wrong if it
we've
is.
got melted glass, if so.
Do you have no drain holes?
I gotta take a peek. Wanna take a peek?
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
only been 10 minutes, but we're gonna take a peek.
Yeah.
Come take a, I'm just gonna lift this end up real easy. Look at
Oh, yes, it's going down.
It is. And it's warm in there.
Yeah, and you're right, it might take up to 2 hours, or it might take an hour to get down shape, and then another hour for it to home itself.
That's good. It's good. That's good. And I cut the window to shape instead of leaving excess. If I leave too much excess, then I'll have a problem trying to cut it when it's in shape, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's all trial and error.
I don't think the window's going to shrink and get bigger, so the cut should stay relatively where you wanted it. And we centered it, like the same distance from here as it was there, so.
Doesn't it, what can I say? Doesn't it, it felt warm in there when we opened it up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that temperature gauge, I've never seen a temperature gauge not work. They usually always work.
It's going good, man. The glass looked nice and clean too, didn't it?
Yep.
I like that.
Well, I like being part of any success story.
Me too, to be honest with you. Me too. Look, I was gonna put that all together and get cut that in.
Yeah, well, good thing you caught it, because it would not have worked.
It would not have worked, you got that right. But that pipe is working. Man, there's heat down there. I have that pipe with the exhaust pipe. I come up with that last night. The only missing getting groceries. That's what I did. I made a new one. I made a new one. The first time I
That
made
was a smart idea, the pipe with the holes and that dome over it. I
Thank you.
think,
I took
I
their
think-
idea off the propane and they got little holes. in
yeah,
everything.
I think that would have, that's a lot better than the plate that you would have had, like you said, it put too much heat on the edge.
It almost burnt the backside of the thing, didn't it? It was quite hot.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I'm kind of excited, actually. I'm excited because the heat in there is nice. See what happens. Man, I just crossed my fingers for a window. want to be able, I want to be able to put it in a rubber, like you put in your window.
Yeah.
And put it in the car. I don't want
Yeah.
to screw it all in and.
No.
I don't want to do that. I want to put it in a rubber. I want to have it with the chrome around it. I'll put that see-through stuff on it, that plastic. Also, someone was saying that plexiglass shatters. Well, plexiglass doesn't shatter.
No worse than the glass.
No.
Glass shatters.
Yes, but the front window with the laminated on it, it held it together.
Yeah.
It shatters, but.
Like regulations are the only drawback here. I don't know what the
Well,
system says.
I've never heard tell of a regulation. You read a book and tell me where it says you're not allowed to have a plexiglass window. Where's it
Like
say
the
that?
plastic holds it together.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Where does it say you're not allowed to have a plexiglass window? Where does it say that?
I know. Yeah.
I never heard tell.
No, technically, other than these videos, no one would know the difference when
Well,
you're
that's what I'm
done.
saying. Like if someone says,
That
"Well,
hard
how you
coating that you put on it is gonna make it like glass.
Yeah. How would you know when you come up to look at it? How would you? Man, I can't expect that. You got
They-
plexiglass in there.
Well, they'd have to break it. They'd have to break it just to tell if it's not glass or
That's
not.
right. That's what I'm
And they
saying.
wouldn't be able to break it. And then they'd say, well, it must not be glass because I can't break it. Yeah.
I think it's gonna work out. I really do. I think it's gonna work. It's fantastic. Man, I need something to eat.
Yeah, I usually run out of energy from the coffee around 10, and then I eat something, and then
Did you eat anything yet?
No, I don't. I can't eat first thing. I drink coffee.
You gonna make a
until I'm
pizza or
done.
something? We got pizza down there? Let's go down and make a pizza.
Okay.
We're gonna have pizza. Let's do that. What we'll do
When
is
the
we'll.
pizza's done, this window can be maybe checked again.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we'll go down and make a pizza, and then we'll come back up. Maybe this is all we'll see for today. You know what I mean? Like unless you want to, I don't know if you can cut it or not.
I'll try.
But what's going on is we're got the glass in there.
Oh.
I just turned the temperature down to where it's, I guess, simmering, I guess, because it's going to build up heat after a while anyways. But the piece that I made there in the center, I made a cone, put a piece of exhaust pipe through it, and all the heat's coming up in the cone. You see me cut the exhaust pipe out, so all the heat's going up in there. I cut holes in the side of the exhaust pipe, and the ends are open. That's why the heat's coming out the end here. It's beautiful.
Well,
up there.
the conclusion can be in the next video.
The conclusion. Jim, you're talking school stuff, man. I never heard that word since high school.
Well, I
Conclusion.
couldn't think of any other word. What word would it be? Stay tuned, to be continued.
Perfect.